In today's video, we embark on a profound exploration of Proverbs chapter 1 verse 3, uncovering the layers of wisdom, justice, judgment, and equity encapsulated within. Each word in this verse is like a jewel, reflecting the multifaceted nature of God's character and His desires for us. Join us as we navigate the richness of this scripture, seeking to draw closer to the heart of the Creator and gain a deeper understanding of our divine calling. Whether you're new to the book of Proverbs or have studied it for years, this exposition offers fresh insights and revelations that promise to touch the heart and illuminate the mind. Without further ado, let's dive into the expansive world of Proverbs chapter 1 verse 3 with gospel illuminations. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more biblically rich content. In verse 3, we read, "To receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, judgment, and equity." There are four things in this verse that we are to receive instruction of. Number one, we are to receive the instruction of wisdom. In the stillness of our souls, amidst the cacophony of life's demands and distractions, lies an invitation, both profound and eternal, to receive the instruction of wisdom. This isn't just a passive reading or cursory glance at truth, but a deep, intentional internalization, a deliberate embrace of the divine. The very phrase, "to receive," connotes a posture of humility and readiness. In an age where self-promotion, fierce independence, and self-reliance are extolled as virtues, to position oneself as a receiver might seem countercultural, even weak. Yet, it is in this divine paradox that strength is found. For in acknowledging our need, in admitting our lack, we create space for the infinite wisdom of God to fill us. Therein lies the profound mystery. True strength, true wisdom is birthed in the crucible of our admitted weakness and dependency upon the divine. But what is this wisdom that we are beckoned to receive? It isn't mere knowledge or factual accumulation. It's an understanding steeped in reverence, a discernment birthed from communion with the Creator. It's seeing life not through the limited lens of our human understanding, but through the expansive, eternal perspective of God. Wisdom isn't just knowing what to do. It's understanding why we do it. It's the undercurrent that guides decisions, the compass that directs actions, and the lens that colors perceptions. Yet the door to wisdom remains shut unless we, with intentionality, choose to open it, to invite it in, to allow it to shape and mold us. It is a conscious surrender, a willing yielding. And the beauty of this invitation is its universality. It doesn't discriminate based on past mistakes, current status, or future aspirations. It beckons to all, rich or poor, learned or simple, old or young. In a world swirling with myriad voices, each claiming to be the arbiter of truth, the clarion call to receive the instruction of wisdom is more urgent than ever. It is the anchor in life's turbulent seas, the light in the darkest nights, and the path in confusing wildernesses. Let our hearts, then, be ever attuned to this divine frequency, ever eager, ever ready to receive the timeless, transformative instruction of wisdom. Number two, we are to receive the instruction of justice. The cry for justice is as old as humanity itself. It echoes through the corridors of time, resonating in the hearts of men and women from every corner of the earth, transcending culture, language, and epoch. It's a primal, deep-seated yearning, a reflection of our intrinsic recognition of right and wrong, fairness and unfairness. Justice, in its truest essence, isn't merely a societal construct or a shifting ideal molded by the zeitgeist of an era. It's a divine standard, emanating from the very heart of God. Our Creator, in His infinite wisdom and love, set into motion a moral order, a divine equilibrium where righteousness is upheld and wickedness is rebuked. Justice, then, is not just an abstract ideal, but a reflection of God's character, a manifestation of his intrinsic nature. In the narrative tapestry of humanity, justice often seems elusive, a fleeting shadow in a world marred by oppression, corruption, and exploitation. And yet, every protest against injustice, every tear shed for the downtrodden, every voice raised against oppression echoes a deeper, eternal truth: that justice is not just an ideal to strive for, but a divine mandate, an eternal principle that originates from the throne of God. The beauty of justice is that it doesn't play favorites. It doesn't bend to power, wealth, or influence. It stands tall, unwavering, demanding that every soul be weighed on the same scale, every action be measured by the same standard. It's this impartiality, this unyielding standard of fairness that gives justice its power and potency. Yet we must remember that justice isn't an end in itself. It is intricately woven with mercy, grace, and love. The cross of Calvary stands as the ultimate testament to this union, where justice met mercy, where God's righteous wrath against sin was satisfied in his profound love for mankind. In our pursuit of justice, let us never divorce it from its divine roots. Let us recognize that every cry for fairness, every stand against oppression, every voice raised in defense of the vulnerable aligns with the very heart of God. As we champion justice in our world, let it be a reflection, not just of our personal or societal ideals, but of the eternal, unchanging heart of God, who is the true and ultimate judge of all. Number 3, we are to receive the instruction of judgment. Whispers of judgment often evoke feelings of apprehension, images of fire and brimstone, and the sternness of a God watching from on high. Yet, to truly understand judgment is to peer deeper into the heart of a God whose very essence is love and whose ways are inscrutable to mortal minds. In the vast expanse of human history, judgment has been a double-edged sword. On one hand, it is seen as retribution, a consequence for deeds committed. On the other, it is a beacon of hope, assuring souls that there is an ultimate reckoning, a day when all wrongs are made right. This dual nature of judgment, though seemingly contradictory, is a reflection of a God who is both just and merciful. Judgment isn't about divine vengeance or a detached deity exacting punishment. It's about the restoration of a cosmic balance, the reaffirmation of a divine order that was set in motion at the dawn of creation. When humanity errs, when we stray from the paths of righteousness, judgment stands as a reminder of a higher moral code, a divine standard to which we are all held. Yet, amidst the solemnity of judgment, there is a thread of grace. Every prophet who warned of impending judgment also spoke of redemption. Every message of retribution was paired with a promise of restoration. This is the heartbeat of a God who delights not in the destruction of the wicked, but in their return to righteousness. It's essential, then, that our understanding of judgment isn't limited to doom and gloom, to fire and sulfur. Instead, let it be viewed through the prism of love. For every act of divine judgment is underscored by a love so profound, so immense, that it sought to redeem fallen humanity through the sacrifice of the Son. Judgment in this light is not a weapon of fear, but a tool of correction, guiding souls back to the embrace of a loving Father. In a world often lost in shades of gray, where moral relativity blurs the lines between right and wrong, the concept of judgment stands firm, a testament to absolute truths and unwavering standards. As we grapple with it, let us not lose sight of its essence, a call to align with the heart of God, a beckoning to walk in His ways, and a reminder of His eternal love, even in moments of correction. And number 4, we are to receive the instruction of equity. Equity, a term that has woven itself deeply into the fabric of contemporary discourse, is not a novel concept birthed by modernity, but a timeless principle rooted in the very nature of God. As we delve into the richness of this term, we are beckoned into the vastness of divine love, which looks beyond externals to value every individual soul with immeasurable worth. At its core, equity transcends the simplicity of equal treatment. It's about recognizing the unique circumstances, challenges, and backgrounds of each individual and responding with fairness, compassion, and understanding. It's the act of leveling the playing field, not by lowering standards, but by ensuring that every soul has a genuine opportunity to thrive, regardless of the hand they've been dealt. This divine sense of equity paints a picture of a God who is intimately acquainted with the intricacies of the human experience. He perceives the silent cries of the marginalized, the unspoken burdens of the oppressed, and the subtle chains that bind souls. And in his profound wisdom and boundless love, he responds not with a blanket solution, but with tailored grace, meeting each individual right where they are. The scriptures abound with examples of God's equity in action. Whether it was Jesus pausing to address the woman with an issue of blood amidst a pressing crowd, or his intentional conversation with the Samaritan woman at the well, we see a Savior who recognizes individual needs, breaks societal norms, and addresses the heart of the matter. In an age where societal imbalances and systemic disparities are evident, the clarion call to uphold equity is more urgent than ever. Yet, our pursuit must be anchored in the divine blueprint. It's not merely about creating equal spaces, but sanctified spaces where every individual, regardless of race, gender, background, or circumstance, is valued, heard, and given the opportunity to flourish. As we champion the cause of equity in our world, let our efforts be imbued with the Spirit of Christ. Let us look beyond the superficial, delve deep into the stories of those we encounter, and respond with a love that equalizes, uplifts, and redeems. In doing so, we reflect the very heart of God, who in his infinite wisdom ensures that every soul is seen, every voice matters, and every heart is cherished. In the mosaic of Proverbs chapter 1 verse 3, we unearth profound principles that beckon us towards a higher calling, a deeper understanding of the divine. This singular verse, succinct yet boundless, captures the essence of a life lived in alignment with the heart of God. From the receptive posture required to truly internalize wisdom, to the unwavering standards of justice and the redeeming facets of judgment, we are constantly reminded of our eternal tether to the Creator. And in the concept of equity, we find God's boundless love, a love that sees beyond the external and values the core of every individual. Each principle, while profound on its own, harmoniously converges to paint a fuller picture of the divine narrative and our place within it. As we journey through the complexities of life, let Proverbs 1 verse 3 be our compass, guiding our decisions, shaping our worldview, and anchoring our souls. For in understanding and embodying the wisdom, justice, judgment, and equity encapsulated in this verse, we align ourselves with the very heartbeat of God. And in doing so, we not only enrich our own lives, but become beacons of hope, truth, and love in a world desperately in need of divine touchstones. To all who have taken the time to journey through the depths of Proverbs chapter 1 verse 3 with us, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. Your presence and engagement mean more than words can express. If this exposition has touched or spoken to you in any way, we kindly ask that you show your support. Please like this video, share it with friends and family, and if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Gospel Illuminations. Together, we can shine a light on the timeless truths of the Scriptures, illuminating hearts and minds. Blessings to each and every one of you, and may the Word continue to guide and inspire your path.